Many people are in a vicious cycle where they keep having toxic relationships, and they even wonder if they attract those kind of people. So in this 8th video of the Invisible Accessible series, I explain to you how this happens, how to break the vicious cycle, and in doing so, how to enable spiritual growth. So first thing to know is that every vicious cycle is an investigation. So last time in my last video, I explained how in between incarnations we go to the astral plane and we do our life plan. So we decide what are going to be our life missions, challenges, soul types, and so on. And we might also decide what our investigations will be. For example, if in previous lives we kept having toxic relationships and we couldn't get out of them, we will decide in the next life to have toxic people and toxic relationships on our path to enable us to make that growth. What can also happen is that as Ainsley MacLeod's guides say, shit happens on the physical plane. So unfortunately, many people are faced with abuse, and that's never planned at all. But when there is a bad situation, what our soul wants is to reverse the situation and learn from it. And so something that wasn't planned but that is very, very bad will become an investigation. And an investigation is something that keeps coming back all the time until we get control over it and we get empowered. And also, I just want to mention that life missions are the great life lessons that we want to learn, and investigations is how to flip a very bad and unpleasant situation and make it and make that experience into an opportunity for growth. Now, why does it keep happening? As I said, it might keep happening because we decided to have that on our path to learn for our growth. And also, sometimes we are just unaware of the vicious cycle and we attract those kind of people in our life. That's just the energy that we have. We think that these kind of relationships are normal, or maybe we find them very exciting, but we don't realize that other people don't have those kinds of relationship. And also I want to emphasize on the fact that our soul wants to learn. It wants to stop being a victim and become empowered. So we are going to keep having toxic relationships until we learn not to be a victim anymore and be empowered. Now, how to break the vicious cycle? First, we need to become aware that the relationship is toxic. We need to be conscious that it is not normal. We need to stop making excuses for the other person and or feeling guilty and thinking that everything is our fault. We need to stop thinking that we are a victim and that we cannot get out of it. We need to take control and end the relationship. And after the relationship has ended, we need to empower ourselves by learning the lessons of resilience and inner strength. But once that is done and that we realize that we were in a toxic relationship and we had the strength to put an end to it, we want to make sure that we won't end up in another toxic relationship and that the vicious cycle is clearly cut. So how to make sure that we don't fall back into that trap? I think the most important thing is to consult experts, see a therapist. I'm a big believer in therapy, and see experts in toxic relationships. Also, identify your needs and your non-negotiables. That is so important in every aspect of your life, to set a list of non-negotiables. So in the case of toxic relationships, what are things that are non-negotiables for you in future relationships? And you really make a list, and in your next relationship if you see one of the item pop-ups, you can talk about it, but be careful. Really, it cannot happen again. I don't know what if it's something, you know, really mild and that can be worked on. Okay, but I would say if it pops up, be very careful, and you probably need to put an end to the relationship right away. And you really need to stick to your list of non-negotiables. That is really important. You write the list, you stick to it. You can also do regressions into past lives. You can do so with hypnosis. You can also do so with people who guide you to the regression. It can be very, very simple. Ainsley MacLeod, through his membership, does one guided regression per month, and they are very quick and simple. You can also do them by yourself if you are familiar with them and you have been guided through many before. Personally, I like to do both. Sometimes I like to do them by myself because a theme pops up and I just want to go and find out right away what happened to me in past lives. And also, I'm in Ainsley MacLeod's membership, and once a month I do the regressions with him with the theme that he has on that month. And you can also ask a psychic to go and check out your past lives and ask what happened, what toxic relationships did you have in past lives, what happened, why, how did you react, and that can help you understand why it kept popping up into your life. Now, before I end the video, I want to leave you with two key phrases, which are: there is never spiritual growth in abuse, and there is never there is never suffering in a healthy relationship. There might be challenges, but there is never suffering in a healthy relationship.